fine.
Just let it flow like that, because I think I'm getting so tired. But it was,
Yeah, so your wedges here, you've got a 54-52, but you've got them with virtually no bounce. Do you know bounce?
yeah, so what is the...
Yeah, I mean, that explains why. Because with 8 degrees of bounce and 7-degree bounce, the leading edge is just going to just drive into it. Great for hard pan lies, something like this, perfect, because the leading edge won't be sort of bringing won't be up on impact. But out there, on mushy, typical courses like this here, perfect, you need about 14 degrees of bounce on at least your sound wedge.
Yeah. So you think that's...
Yeah, that's definitely the... Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Are you, when are you playing next?
Well, I went out and played Yeovil. I love Yeovil.
That's interesting.
I love it. It's like what I'm used to.
Yeah, that par 3 hole all in the valley.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I've made a great pot of
Did you? Very good.
But to me, it's a course that I'm so used to. That's what I grew up with.
Right,
Fairways running up and down.
Yeah.
Par 5 maybe running next to another
Yeah.
par 5. Sort of interacting with the guys on the course, but
Yeah.
not being in your face.
Yeah.
Great trees, beautiful trees. I remember said, oh, it's a bit short, but they didn't
Short
play
holes.
They didn't play from the back. I
No.
played everything from the back, from the white tees.
That's a club selection is tough though.
What a great hole.
Yeah.
Tight little drive.
Yeah. But club selection is quite tough there though.
But I just loved it.
Brilliant.
I really loved it. Absolutely.
Have you played Sherborne yet?
No, not yet. That's the next one.
That's quite a good...
So do you think the wages are due to that? Is that your...
Yeah. At least one of them needs to have, say, a 14-degree bounce. You've got the wedges which are great for bare-bone lies, where you just need to sort of nip it off. But with stuff, particularly like at Hampworth, where the ground is quite... It's a farm field type grass. Here it is clay. Courses like that where it's very... Yeah, exactly. I mean, somewhere like Parkstone, Knighton Heath, very, very tight, dry fairways. Fine, absolutely fine. Definitely take them out. 14-degree bounces, no good. Out of sand particularly, you need something with a little bit of bottom edge so that the club can just bounce rather than dig. They're going to definitely dig. I mean, there might be a digging motion, but the thing is, there's two types of wedges in the set. There's for example, Vokey. They do 2 types of wedges for either diggers or skimmers. Some people skim the wedge through.
I've got the Vokey in the car.
Have you?
But the 52 and the 60's got quite a large flange.
Has it?
I know it's a flange.
Yeah.
Probably call it bounce.
Yeah. The width of the flange there. Yeah. But yes, they're a little bit too shallow. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll be needed. Absolutely, there'll be courses where you need almost 0 bounce.
So what the thing is to get the other ones and then keep them in the car. And then
Certainly wouldn't get rid of them because they're tools that you'll definitely need, like Knighton Heath, Parkstone, courses like that, Ferndown Golf Club, where you don't want it to dig, but on this type, and particularly Hampworth, everything needs to be deep bounces to stop the club from digging.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to do today.
Well,
It's gone awry again.
Okay, let's get that swing back in action.
So how are we going to get to build the confidence to do it? I went on the range, hit the little super going and thought couldn't hit it. First time this morning.
Yeah.
Age.
No.
Not a young man like you are.
Okay. So we want that left leg to not move, period. So the right side can actually do most of the driving. But the left side's moving across, which means the right leg can't move. So we don't get this concertina effect. This is better though. You've got much more of a straighter line coming on, but we want the hands to be slightly more leaning forward. But because everything's chasing the left leg, the body's tipping back. So it's progressing, but it's not right yet. So if you can imagine, if this is what it is here on the course, it's likely to be a little bit worse, as our swings are always, and that's why you're probably getting unstuck. So until we've actually nailed this.
There's some awesome shots that I've just nailed in, and there's some really cool ones.
Yeah, and this is, you know, you're sort of probably 45% there in terms of what we're looking for. But most of the action is still unintentionally, but moving from this side.
I'm just going to try and relax my hands a little bit more because I think I'm a bit hard on the hands.
Strike.
That felt a lot better.
What you are doing, as you can see, is that you're staying a lot more on the left side at the top of the backswing. So that's better. Your left leg there, that didn't move in as much, so that's a great improvement there. But it's this side. It's the start of the downswing.
But I made less hits.
Completely. On the backswing, great. You know, I want that as a backswing, but what I'm looking for is this right side to really fire in, but the left side moves across.
The one better hand position there.
Yeah, far
The one
better.
guy said to me, I'm not here, is that
That's exactly related to it. Yep. Because most of the movement.
coaching me, I was hitting some balls, hitting at the far at camp, and he just said, "Hey, you're not hearing it."
Yeah. It's mainly because the downswing is made up of going laterally across, which is
But I think the tearing will come up.
yeah, of course.
I don't want to concentrate on that. I just didn't feel anything on that. I just felt
No.
like
Okay, so if you make your address position,
put in there.
if you put your left side against it. Okay, good. So what I want you to do is, I don't want you to knock that.
Over.
Yeah. Okay, have a look at this one.
Hands a bit
Yep,
better.
yep. What we're trying to teach the brain to do is to recognise that the left leg doesn't move, so that gives the right leg a chance of squeezing in.
But the hit seems to be in the right place on the club.
Oh, most definitely.
You know, you can look on the clubs there, you can see even on the 3 iron there's some other feeling you can see.
Yeah, it's pretty good there.
thing all the time. Is moving it, does that count, or is it got to stay?
You gotta not touch it.
I've got some clean sharps in there as well, also for painting and stuff.
Oh, excellent.
I've got 3 of them, one in there.
There it is.
Gone.
Absolutely. Real summer, isn't it? And you don't feel that.
I hit that hard.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where your swing drives from. So you're driving your swing with the wrong movement. Instead of the right side bashing into that solid, firm left side, this left side's driving across. This side's kind of like, hang on a sec, and it's just trying to constantly catch up.
It's all logical. All logical.
Okay.
I really felt like he played one well.
That's better on impact.
What was the carry on that one?
The carry was 144 plus 20%. That's just very, yeah, that's 28 yards on that. So you can see on the backswing there, a little bit of caving in there. Came back to it, good. That's better.
I still feel that there's a bit of a dip there in the...
Yes, yeah, again, because this leg cannot move.
But it's a lot less accentuated than
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, crikey, yeah. Oh, it was... The biggest improvement is the fact that you've lost a lot of the lateral movement on the backswing. So if you take it back up and stop.
Stop.
Yeah,
Soft hands.
yeah. Okay, so it's concentrating on keeping, as you've done there, that knee over that left foot. Now when you start down, just try and make that left leg really solid and move the right side into it.
Because I feel that the pressure's now on my right leg now at the moment.
Okay, that's fine in terms of weight distribution. Now keep the left leg still and squeeze the right one into it. So slowly down. That's it. Okay, so at that point there, this knee needs to be much closer in. So you've got like a concertina effect. So as you're coming down, that leg stays still. Bang. It's like a pair of cymbals that you're trying to crash before impact. There. And there.
So how would you drive that action of that right leg?
It comes from a rolling onto the instep. So the knee and the hip activates that movement in. But it's all about kicking that knee into that. Kicking that knee into that one. Bang. On impact. Bang. There. Now that's the kind of shot I would expect to see. Okay, see? Now look at that left.
Hands were much better.
Yeah. But you can see how the left leg was much quieter then. Look at the right knee. Right knee came in a lot better.
And then it wasn't that...
Yes, that's because of that stationary, static right leg.
Not that dip.
Mm-hmm.
Waking it a bit.
Yeah.
That's to be expected.
Yeah. Good at the top. That right leg's, that's not bad. So the right knee, if that could be in line with the shaft. So at impact you'd want to see your right knee, hands, shaft all in a line directly above the ball. when that knee is slightly lagging behind, the potential is left.
Not a lot, yeah. Just about.
Look at the improvement there, though, in that left.
But less stiff as well.
Massive.
I think the accentuation of it is because the ball goes further that you tend to be more off than what a normal sort of a 15 hand.
Totally. Yeah.
Off the off.
Yeah. As I say to people, a guy that can shoot 67 is always prepared to shoot 87. Always, yeah. Okay, so if you imagine a piece of string tying the knees together, we want to see the right. Oh yeah, it's coming. I mean, look how much. I mean, normally now the den caddy would be like way off now. Hands look to be leaning more forward because the right side's coming a little bit more into the shot. It is very good. It's a lot better though. It's quieting down the. Yeah, definitely.
What I'm doing is I'm just using that not so much of a hip turn. So I think the hip turn is okay.
Going back. Yeah.
The backswing's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
But I felt that my tempo of my swing has slowed down because it once made it very, very fast, but it slows down enough. So I think the backswing's okay.
Yeah.
The takeaway and everything.
Yeah. So left knee's going a fraction there. Not bad here though. Now squeeze the right knee in. Because the right leg was a bit slow on that one, it enabled the hands to overtake, and that's where you get the little flicky one, the little.
I love the little flicky one. I know you hate the flicky one. That's the timing one.
Yeah.
That felt better though.
So solid left side, drive the right side into it. It's a sweet strike. A bit curtailed on the forward side, but more neat. Not bad. Not bad. Everything's leaning more forward there. Because you're trying to stop going forward, it's actually making the left leg very posted, which is excellent. It's learning to now rotate the right side into a still left side. That will come. That will just happen.
But that felt a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So, in your position there, if you without swinging the club or anything, if you just move your right knee in and keep going, there, that's impact. Yeah. Just a little bit at the end there, just a little bit flicky. See the right leg just a little bit soft, a little bit behind. What do you think of the Ryder Cup pickings?
I haven't actually had a look. I've been working so hard on the website. I've redesigned the whole website. I should have a look at it.
Oh wow,
Really looking at it.
great.
So I've been working on that. So when I want to do all my envelopes, I'll be watching. I just thought that one. How's that protecting? Because I do some of that sometimes on the golf course.
Yeah, you'll see why. Left knee's moved back in, right leg's got a bit stuck. Flick. So the right side is being overtaken by the club and the wrist. So the inner circle here doesn't want to be overtaken by the outer circle, and that's what happens when it goes left, top, whatever. So as you come down, you trigger it off with this, and then this comes into play. It's this, this, and then the club. So it's delaying or lagging the club back, and it's yeah. No.
Because on Sunday last week I didn't do any of those, but yesterday I did.
Okay, good at the top. Lovely, lovely knee. See, keeping that side much more solid now. Now let's see if that right side can come in. Shoulders are really nice and level there. That right leg started to... So just hold back. Coming down. Almost, yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that that right leg stayed a bit sort of posted, that was very good. Right, let me strap you up.
You like your technology.
Certainly do. I like info. Oops, that's it. Well, it's the wildcard places. If I can, Dudar Monty chose Padraig Harrington over Paul Casey, which is a bit of a real mind-boggling. Yeah, totally.
A match player over a player.
Yeah, completely. I mean, his match play stats on the Ryder Cup for Harrington are absolutely appalling.
Appalling, of course. Yeah.
But Casey's done very good. They're super.
Have you seen these things?
I have. They're very, very good.
And you know what? They actually work, because on Sunday I seem to get a bit of arthritis in the hand, a bit of pain in the hand, tendonitis. Sunday was aching. I put this on Sunday. It sort of, from yesterday when I got home, it was a little bit.
Yeah.
But not as much.
It's fantastic. They really do work.
For tendonitis.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Right, we just need to calibrate that. Yep. Yep. Okay, so if you grab the club in both hands, let it cross your legs, and then stand up straight. Super. Okay, job done. Right.
So now the backswing first.
Yeah, I'll say go, you hit, and then we'll get some information. Okay. Right, ready, go. Good strike.
Now that should be the perfect.
That was a lovely strike.
80% hit.
Okay. Let's look at some data here. Okay. I'll whack it over to the screen here. Okay. So alignment's absolutely perfect. Okay. Posture needs a little bit of attention, mainly just again in the upper body, a little bit over the ball.
Yeah, which we know.
Okay, on the backswing, the top of the backswing, your hips are 51 degrees turned.
Overturn. Again.
Okay. Okay. And then the upper body turn is then 95 degrees. So that's a little bit too much as well. These two numbers here, this one here, and these two here, that refers to how much you've turned left at the point of impact. So how much you've cleared your hips and your shoulders. So exactly, yeah. So because it's a bit of a slide, it means that your hip turn at impact is only 21, not 35 or 50. And particularly with the upper body, 26 to 34, you're only 12. So this is why your shots can potentially go left as a result of the outside overtaking. Pelvis movement during the swing, well that's quite good. A fair amount of stability going on there. Upper body movement, again, not too bad. So let's have a look at the... Okay, so here we are. again, that's sort of balance, smoothness, rhythm. So the hips, they're quite good. They're accelerating first. They have a little bit of a blip there. I think that's again, it's measuring speed, this graph. So of course, if you bump yourself across and then attempt to turn, that sort of interval kind of shows up here. With the shoulders though, yeah, accelerating, decelerating, accelerating, plateauing, decelerating. Yeah, very sort of unbalanced. So that's the bit that we need to sort of pay close attention to.
And if the club head speed is still up there, what was the speed on that?
The club head speed was 84, which is very good.
For soft hitters.
So let me show you your swing. Okay.
Because I felt I hit that well.
You did, yeah. Yeah, but that's the problem, isn't it? Because you can hit great shots from it. Okay, so from the top of the backswing, which we've got here, you can see first movement starts with the hips. So the hips go first, which is good. So if you imagine the sequence, hips lead, shoulders get pulled round, club. Yeah. Okay. Hips are turning, shoulders are turning, that's pretty good here. Okay. So there is definitely lag being produced on that last one. That's an impact. So looking at it from...
But you would want that body to almost be going over the ball.
Correct.
So
correct. So that's your impact.
Isn't it?
And that's 12 degrees left with your shoulders, not a minimum of 24. So you need to be more left, and with your hips more left. So when you take the club back, there needs to be more... let's just start that again. There needs to be more lag between the hips and the shoulders and the club. So we get this situation whereby we get the club just overtaking just a little bit too early. So this should be further round by the time the club is there. But again, if there's a lot of lateral, you can't do it. You can't do it. I think your body wants to do it.
Maybe my body's too old to do it. Have you ever thought of that?
No. That doesn't even come into it. Not at all. So let's show you on the other side. I get that all the time.
You get that all the time?
Oh, yeah. So, looking from above down.
So was this at address then? Or
Yeah, that's at address. We're going to look at the impact position.
Oh.
Okay. So, there you see your shoulders are too closed. If we look down the line there, see that's 19 degrees open with the hips, 8 degrees with your shoulders. Yeah.
But in other words, it's actually the impact position is almost like that.
Yours is, yes. So if you make your address position, let me, okay, looking from the top view, okay. Right. Okay, so if, yep. So without moving the club, let me put you into your impact position. Okay, stay there. And there. Your head's going to be tilted that way. That's it. That's going to be impact. So hopefully what you can feel here is that the left hip is working backwards. It's actually not going forward. It's actually from here, it's going backwards, which is helping this upper body go forward. But with this going forward, this goes backwards. And that's how you get trapped. Totally, yeah. 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 So the left hip has to go backwards. But to do that, it clearly can't go that way. So it's like...
I think I must maybe try and turn it around.
Totally. You must turn around this leg, this leg.
I just want to try something.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see here.
Okay. Okay, ready and go. Yeah, that's, put it this way, it's great that you've got a hook, because hooks are far simpler to cure.
No, but that I did on purpose.
Good.
So I wanted to see if the hips were going to turn around.
You can see it's more of a slide and a flick. So
I still didn't do anything.
No. So 21 at impact with the hips left, 16 with the shoulders. Yeah, yeah. And that's a slide. But good players, when they're off on the technique, they generally come in with these elements. They let the outside overtake the inside. So what the hands and arms are doing...
Did I hook that with my hands?
Yes, you did, yeah. But that's, put it this way, what your hand action was very good, but because this wasn't moving correctly, it made this look like the evil devil, but it wasn't. Okay. So, if you make your address position, okay, right. So what I'd like you to do is, if you can go up to the top of your backswing and stop. Okay, great. Now, what I want you to do is now slowly come down and then just stop at impact. So just slowly down.
But must my hip go back?
Correct.
That way?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. So if you come into
I feel I'm going that way.
Correct.
That.
Absolutely. So up to the top, right, slowly down and then stop at impact. Hold that, that's it, right, stop there. Right, hips left more, so that's it, and shoulders left more. Great. Great, that's where we need to be. Let me just edit that. Okay, edit, let me get rid of bend, and side bend. Great, and then so all we're focusing on is the amount that you've turned. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to very loosely hit this ball, just like you demonstrated then. And I want you to try and hear that sound before you touch the ball, okay? So, very loose. Okay. No sound. Okay. So, loosely turn. You got the hit and the beep almost, so we want to hear the beep, then the hit. The fact that you struck and then beeped tells you the outside overtook the inside. Very close though. Nope. That was a slider.
Was it a slider?
Yep. Turn. Okay.
Still sliding.
See this one? See this one? Okay, a little bit of there. Slide. So we twist.
Okay.
till we hear the beep. So, if you stay there and just turn your shoulders and hips until you hear the sound. So just slow down. Now you need to be... No, there's no turn. So, around. Stop. Now, the club needs to be like that. So it's sound. So you have to hang on to that lag until you hear the sound. So slowly come down, turn, slowly, hear the sound, hit the ball. Do it really slow-mo. Just want you to get the feeling of what it's like. So, slowly, down, good. See? That's what I mean.
It's not happening.
No. No. Let's try that again. That was a slide. So you're going to turn. So up, slowly. Good, good, good. Right, now turn. Turn. Good. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Turn. Nearly. Oh! We got it, but you'd already hit the ball by then. Good. Turn. Good, good. Keep moving that left shoulder around. That's it. Great. That's it. There.
That's different.
It is.
I'm going to try and do it with a ball.
I can see this happening.
It's he who can do it.
Now, this is going to completely change your whole tempo. That to you probably felt very slow, but what was slow was the delay in the hit.
But it felt like a good hit.
Because you actually did hit the ball, and then we heard the sound, so it wasn't actually a million miles away. What's the difference, though? Now, can you see? You're turning. Can you see?
Massive difference.
And look how much straighter this is. Look at the lag in the club. Now we heard the sound. Excellent. So it's all going to feel very laboured. It's suddenly no longer going to get this sensation that you're whipping the club. So if you go up to the top of the backswing. Okay, now if you can put your right hand on the golf shaft. Great. Now, keep hold of that shape and turn until you hear the sound. Okay, great. You went through it that time. Excellent. Great. Great. And again. Great. That's the feeling. Great. Okay. Oh, did you feel the smoothness?
Yeah, that felt just incredible, right?
It was like you had all the time in the world. The big early ooze, the sort of like laboured look. Turn, 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 turn. Much better.
It really felt great. It felt unbelievable.
Heavy, solid, like it was just there. And that's a wonderful tempo. Yeah. It's a lot more delayed, isn't it? The hit is not it's not a crack of the whip as such. It's just a rotational turn. Fabulous. Oh, I want that one every time then. It's very nice. Rotate. Well, that's a lot better. If that became our new benchmark, our new starting point.
There's a bit of movement
Yeah.
on the knee, but
Yeah,
I'm more concentrated on the other.
much better.
What is the strike like on the ball? Is it the same? Because I felt it was quite steep inside.
Yeah, and pretty flush, slightly on the down, but look at your club head speed,
It's much quicker.
and yet that feels slower.
And I didn't try and hit it.
And look at the club face, 0.2. That's the point. It's that lag. It's that kinematic sequence. It's that twist, and then the outside doesn't overtake the inside. The inside leads, the club head lags back. That's great. And suddenly your tempo now looks slower.
Do you think that the graph will improve now?
Oh, for sure, because it'll be smoother. We'll try one. We'll try one. Okay. Ready? And go. Yeah. Outside.
I got through it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very, very different. Very, very different. Very fast hips. Smoother. Look at the accelerate. It's interesting. You feel slower, but the actual turning movement is even quicker. And you can see, even though that's not right, you can see a massive difference already, you know, in comparison. So that's quite a big change there. We'll try that again because that probably wasn't the best one to show you. Okay. Ready and go. Yeah. Well, that's a lot smoother, isn't it? A lot smoother. Yeah, I know. And that shows, doesn't it, that a fast swing is not necessarily a fast club head. Not at all. And it's changed already. Look at the smoothness. Much, much smoother than ever before. Excellent. So it's all about the hips and the shoulders coming out as a turn, but of course you can't turn if you're doing Elvis Presley. That's it. Yep, and just keep it going no matter what.